Hello friends, I am Navin from WP Help Guide. Welcome to another WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn how to create posts and pages in WordPress using Gutenberg Block Editor. I'll show you how you can add different blocks and customize them. I'll cover all the essential blocks to get you started with the block editor. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I request you all to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any updates whenever I upload a new video. With that being said, let's get started. Head over to your dashboard and to create your post, go to Post and click on Add New. This is the interface of the new Gutenberg Block Editor. At the top you can see here is the options to add the block. This is the undo option, this is the redo option, this is the content structure. Once we add the content, I'll show you what it looks like. The next is the table of index, or what you can say is block navigation, and this is simply the tools. Now let's start with creating the actual post. Here you can add the title. So in my case, I'll just add a random title. This is the content area where you can add your content using different blocks that this editor offers. So when you click on this plus icon, you'll see the list of all the blocks available in the new block editor. So here is the most commonly used blocks. Here are the common blocks, and there are blocks for formatting. There are layout elements as well, widgets, and some blocks to embed YouTube, Facebook, and so on. Now let's start adding some content in our content area. I will add some lorem ipsum text, and I have pasted some lorem ipsum text here. As you can see here, I also get an options to customize this block. So the first one is for alignment. I can select the alignment left, center, or right. So as you can see, the changes happens in real time. If I want to make it right align, I can select the right align and it will align in right. I'll just revert back to left. Then the other option is for making the text bold. If you want to make any text bold, all you have to do is select the text you want to make bold and then press on this icon and it will make the text bold. If you want to make any text italics, then you have to select the text and just click on this icon and it will make your text italic. The other option is for adding the link to your text. If you want to add link to any text, select the text you want to and then press this icon, and here you can enter the URL. Now I'll just copy this URL and paste it here. Then you get an option to open the link in a new tab if you want to. So I'll just enable this option, and once you are done, just click on submit. And as you can see here, the text has embedded the link that I have added. There are other options as well. So when you click on this drop down arrow, you will see other options as well. I'll cover the strike through and text color, but feel free to explore this as well. So if I want to change this text color, the specific text color, just click on this icon, click on text color, and you get some predefined color to choose from. You can also click on custom color and add your custom color as well. You have to add the hex code. So, or you can just drag the slider, choose the color that you want to use, and just once you are done, just click anywhere in the block editor and the color will change in real time. The other option is for striking out the word. So just select the word that you want to strike and select the strike through option, and you can see here. So let me publish the post and see how it looks. And as you can see here, this is how our post looks like. So here is the bold text, here is the link, here is the italic word, and here is the changed color, and here is the strike through. Now let's explore some more options as well. So once this block is active, on the right hand side you will see some option as well. So it is the option to select the size. You can also specify the font size. So if I want to make the font size larger, I can make it 20 pixel or 30 pixel. You can see the changes happens in real time. Now you can also add drop cap to your post. Just enable this toggle and it will make the first word larger. Then there is a color settings for this block. You can change the text color from the predefined color, or you can also add the hex value, or just use this button to drag around and choose the color that you want to use. Once you are happy, just click anywhere in the dashboard. Now you also get an option to change the background color. So if I want to use this background color black, you can see the background color is changed as well. You can also change the background color by defining the hex value or just dragging this. And once you are happy, just click anywhere in the dashboard. I'll just revert it back. Now let's move to another block, that is the heading block. To add a new block, you can just press the enter key and it will take you to the next line. Then you will see a plus icon from where you can add any new block you want. Just click here and you will see the list of blocks. So here is the heading block. Also you can search for the block and select the block that you want to add, and this is our heading block. I'll just add a random title. And just like the paragraph block, we get an option to customize this block as well. Here you can change the block heading type. So by default it is S2. You can also go for S3 or S4, and on the right hand side you will get an option to change to S5, S6. The color settings are same as the paragraph block, except that there is no option to set the background color. Just like the paragraph block, you can also select the alignment. You can also make a text bold by selecting the text you want to make bold or italics, or add a link to a specific text. And here you get the same option just like the paragraph block. Let me change the heading to S2 once again. Now let's add some images in our post. Just click on this plus icon and click on image, and here you can upload an image. Just go to media library or also insert an image using the URL. I've already uploaded some image, so I'll just click on media library and I will select an image that I want to insert in the post. So I'll go with this image and click on select. Now the image has been successfully added, and here you will get different options. So the first option is change alignment. Depending upon the theme that you are using, this option may be available or may not be available. So here I can go with left align, center align, or right align, or wide width. Wide width basically push the image out of the container so it looks larger, or you can go with full width so it occupies the full viewpoint. So let me update the post and show you how it looks like. So view post, and as you can see here, it occupies the full width of my viewport. Back to our editor, I'll just go with the wide width, and on the right hand side you get the settings for this image. So here you can select the image size, thumbnail, medium, large, full size. So I'll go with the full size, or if you want to change the size you can go with large, medium, or thumbnail. The next option is for replacing the image. So in the future, if you want to replace the image, you can just click on replace and you get the same option. So you can go with media library or upload a new image, and if I want to replace with, I can replace with this image. Click on select and it will replace the image. Now if I want to add a link to this image, I can click on this link and add a URL. So just copy this URL, paste it here and click on this link settings, and here I can make the link open in a new tab, if I want to add some CSS class, I can define here, and I can also add the link relationship. So there are different kinds of relationship, just like no follow, no external, and so on. Once I am done, just click on apply and it will apply to the image. Along with adding the normal image, there is an also options to add the cover image in the block editor. I'll show you how to do that. And you can also search for a block by pressing the / key, and it will pop up the list of the blocks, and here you can search as well. So if I want to add a cover image, just click cover, and here you can upload a media library. Select the image I want to use, so I'll go with this image, select here, and here I can add a text, so maybe something like, and after adding the text you get an options to change the alignment, making it bold or italics, or adding the link, and same option just like we had for paragraph. So I'll go with bold, make this italics, and if I want to add a link I can do that, or I can just select a text color, so maybe I will go with this one. And on the right hand side you can see I can specify the font size as well, so I'll slightly increase the font size, so I'll go with 40. Also there is a size as well, so if I want to go with larger or default or small, you can do that as well. So I'll go with custom size here, and once I'm done, just click on update. Let's refresh our website, and here you can see we have successfully added the cover image. Sometimes you may also need to add text along with the image, so I'll show you how to do that. So just click on add block and search for media block and click here. On the left hand side you can add the image, and on the right hand side you can add the content. So let's go to our media library to add a random image. Select the image, and here on the right hand side I can add the text I want to. So I'll just add some lorem ipsum text. So here is my text, and if I want to change the alignment I can do as well. So here I go, I can make the text bold, make the text italics, and so on. The option is same as the paragraph block. Now there is also option to change the alignment. So here you can see it is aligned on left. If I want to align on right, I can select this option and the image will align on right. The other option is same as the image, so I can go with wide width or full width. So as you can see it has increased its width, so I'll just revert it back to wide width. And here you can select the vertical alignment. So if you have few text, so I would suggest you to use the alignment feature. So by default it is center align, but if I want to align it to the bottom I can do as well. I can align to the top, or I would go with align middle. So you get an option to change the vertical alignment as well. And in the replace, if you want to change an image, you can click on replace to change the image. So just click on upload and upload any image you want, or you can just click on media library, select the image that you want to use. Now let's dive into adding list in the post. So click on this plus button and search for lists, and here you can see the list, and you can start adding the items that you want to add. Now when you activate this block you get an option to change the bullet type. So you can go with on order list, or you can go with the order list. So just click here and it will change the order list format. And here you also get an option to indent the list. So for example, if I want to indent this list, I can just select this one and just click on indent, and it will indent this item. Just like the paragraph block, you get an options to make the list bold, italics, and even add the link. So here I can add a link, and once I'm done, just click on submit. And on the right hand side for this block, you get a setting to change the start value. So if I want to start from 5, I can just click on 5 and it will start from 5. I can also reverse the list, so you can see here the list is reversed. And in advanced settings there is an option to add the CSS class. So if you know CSS, you can add the CSS class and stylize this list item. Now let's move to another block, that is the gallery block. To add the gallery block, just click on add block and search for gallery, or just click on gallery and then go to media library. Or if you want to upload an image, just click on upload and upload the images that you want to display in the gallery. I have already uploaded the image, so I'll just click on media library and select the images I want to use in the gallery. So I'll select this image. Now once I've selected the image, I'll just click on create gallery, and as you can see here, my images are here. For gallery, you get an option to change the alignment just like the image. So you can go with align left, align center, align right, wide width, so it will just extend beyond the container, or I can also go with full width. So let's change it back to wide width. And on the right hand side you get the settings for this gallery. So I can change the number of columns to 2, or I can go with a higher number. So the gallery automatically adjusts the images, and I can also specify where I want to link these images. So I can link them to the attachment page, to the media file, or I can just go with none. If you are using Lightbox, I would suggest you go with the media file, otherwise you can just keep as none. Then you can also select the image sizes. So by default it is large. You can also go for full size or medium or large one. Now let's update our post and see the progress. Let me refresh this page, and as you can see here, we have the gallery. Now let's move to another block, that is the block quote. Now to add the block quote, click on this plus icon, search for quote and click on this, and here you can add a beautiful quote that you want to add in your post. So I'll go with a simple one. You can also specify who cited this quote, so just a random person in my case. And on the right hand side you get in settings to customize this block. So here you can stylize how you want. So I can go with the default format or go with the large format, and again here is the option just like this one, default or large. That's it. Then you get an option to make the text bold, italics, or add a link in the quote, or even change the alignment. So I can go with center or right one. So I'll just go with centered one. This looks good. Let me update the post and let's see how it looks. So here we have the beautiful quote. Now let's move on adding the new block, that is the buttons. So if you want to add buttons, just simply click on this plus icon, search for buttons and click here, and here you can add the text for the button. So buy now, and you can customize this button as well, just like any other block. So here you get an option to go with either fill version or just outline version. So I'll go with the outline version, and I can make the text bold, italics, and I can even add the link. So here just copy the link that you want to use for your button, paste, and open the link in a new tab if you want to, and just click on submit. And here you get the same option just like the paragraph. So you can also change the text color or add a strike through. On the right hand side for this block you get an option. So on the style you get the same fill option or outline option. Then you can also change the text color. So if I want to change the text color to black, I can go with the black, and it will also change the outline. Or I can even use the background color. So if I want to use the background color this one, I can use this one. And there is also options to add the gradient. So let's add some gradient. So here are predefined some gradients, and I can use this one. So this looks good. Maybe I should change the color, so I can go with custom color and change this color to white. So this looks good. And you can also increase the border radius. So if I want to increase the border radius, just drag this slider, or you can also specify the value that you want to use. So I can go with 20. And you can also add a link property. So you can just Google what kind of link property you can add, and you can add here. And under advanced settings there is an option for specifying the CSS classes. Now if you want to add more than one button, just click here and keep on adding more buttons. And I can add a link, then press the submit key. So just click on update, and let's refresh our website. And here we have two buttons. As you can see, the buttons are not aligned, so I can also select the alignment for this button. So I'll go with the center align, and these buttons are center aligned now. Now let's add another block, that is shortcode. Shortcode basically are little bits of code that allow you to do various things with little effort. So to add a shortcode, just click on plus and type for shortcode, and here you can add the shortcode. In my case, I have installed the contact form 7 plugin. It generates a shortcode, and I can copy the shortcode and paste it here. Once I am done, just click on update, and when I refresh my post, you will see the contact form. So this is how you can easily add shortcode and render things in your post. Now let's move to the another important block, that is adding YouTube videos. So you can also embed YouTube videos. To embed YouTube videos, just click on add block and search for YouTube. Click on this icon, and here you can embed the URL. To add the URL, just go to your YouTube videos. So in my case, youtube.com, and just copy the URL of the video that you want to add. Paste. Now click on embed, and it will embed the video in your post. So once you are done, just click on update, and let's refresh our post. And here you can see we have successfully added the YouTube video in our post. Now let's move to another block, that is columns. So you can also add columns, and within columns you can add different blocks. To add a column, just click on add block, search for columns, and here you can select the column variation that you want to use. I'll go with this one, and here within this column layout I can add different blocks. So here maybe I want to add an image. Select the image that I want to use, so maybe this image, and in next block I can add any block that I want to use. So maybe like I can add a quote. For these column blocks On the right hand side you get in settings to adjust the columns, so I can also increase the columns, and it goes on adding new columns. So I'll just revert it back. You can also change the color settings. Just like paragraph, we get an option to change the text color, the background color. So I can go with this color, and as you can see the background has been changed. So I'll just clear this out. Now let's preview the final result, how it looks like. So just click on preview or click on update to see the changes. And as you can see here, we have successfully created a blog post using different blocks. Currently I am using 2020 theme. Depending on the theme that you are using, the design and appearance will be slightly different, but the process to use the widget is same. WordPress offers tons of blocks and more will be added in the future. I recommend you to explore all the remaining blocks to get an idea how they work. Now let's move on finalizing the post and cover some of the basics of the post. On the right hand side, when you go to the document, you will get an option to change the status and visibility. So here if you want to make your post public, you can go with the public and it is the default value. But if you want to change your post to private or password protect your post, then you can go with these options. The next option is to specify the post publish date. To change it, you can just click here, and if you want to schedule the post for any other date, you can select the date on which you want to make this post live. The next option is to stick your post at the top of the block. So when you enable this post, it will always appear at the top no matter how many posts you publish. So if you want to feature any post, then you can enable this option. Under revision, you will see the number of revisions you have done. Under permalinks, you can change the permalinks of your post. So currently I am not getting an option to change the permalink. So if you want to change the permalink, I would suggest you go to the settings. So go to your dashboard, and under settings go to permalinks. The default is plain, but you can select the format of your slot. So I will go with the post name as it is commonly used, and click on save changes, and just refresh the page here. Now you get an option to change the post slug. So if you want to change the slug, you can edit it. By default, the post title is used as a slug. So if you want to change it, you can just add the words that you want to use in the slug. Now the next option is for adding categories to your post. By default, the post category is on categorize. It is mandatory to have at least one category for each post. So to add a new category, just click on add new category, and here you can add the category name. If you want to add this category to any parent category, you can select the category from here. So let's add some category to this post. And once I have added the category, I'll select this on categorize option. You can also change the default category from on categorize for all your posts under the settings. So go to your dashboard, and under settings reading, you can change the default post category. So here I can select the WordPress and click on save changes, and every time you create a post, the default category will be WordPress. You can also adjust your categories from post categories, and if you want to remove any categories or if you want to edit any categories, you can do from here as well. So let me show you what are the settings available. So go to Block Editor and click on edit, and here you can change the slug of your category as well. So maybe I can add the word WordPress, and here if I want to assign this category to any parent category, I can do that as well. So I'll go with WordPress, and I can also add a description Depending upon the theme that you are using, you may also get some extra option for your categories. Now let's head back to our post. Now the next option is for adding the tags. So here you can add the tags, and you can add as many tags you want. The next option is for adding the featured image. So to add a featured image, just click on this featured image and click on this box, and you will be taken to your media library, from where you can select the media file. Or if you want to upload a new image, simply drag and drop the image here, and then you can select the image. So I'll go with this image and set it as featured image. Now you can also specify the excerpt for your post. So you can just simply copy the text you want to use for your excerpt, and in the excerpt box just paste the content and click on update. Now when I refresh my home page, currently the post is still displaying the full content. So let's check where the excerpt has been added. So in this theme, the excerpt is added just below the title. Depending upon the theme, the behavior may be slightly different. In most cases, the excerpt is used instead of full content. So again, it is totally dependent on the theme that you are using. Now let's head back to our dashboard and cover the remaining things. The next is discussion, and from here you can allow comments to your post. If you don't want to, you can just uncheck this option. The next option is to allow pingbacks and trackbacks. When you keep this option enabled, you will be notified when someone links back to your post. The final is post attributes, and under post attributes you can select the template that you want to use for the post. Again, depending upon the theme you are using, you may get different options. So in this theme 2020, there is an option for cover template and full width template. In the beginning of the video I talked about this icon, so let me show you what this icon means. So in content structure you can see your content structure. So here you can see we have added 98 words, we have one heading, we have 4 paragraphs, and we have 21 blocks, and this is the document outline. The next is block navigation, and here you can see all the list of blocks that you have added in your post. So if you want to go to any blocks, so you can simply select the block and you will be taken to that block. This is all about creating posts in new Gutenberg editor. Now I'll show you how to create pages in the new Gutenberg Block Editor. Also, I forgot to mention that currently we have full screen mode. If you want to disable the full screen mode, you can click on this 3-dot icon and disable the full screen mode. Now to add a page, go to pages and click on add new. Here you will see the similar options just like the post, but there are some differences. On the right hand side you can see we don't have an option to add the categories, tags. Other than that, the options are same, and just like the post, you can create pages as well. So in this way you can easily create your pages just like the post. This is all about creating posts and pages in the new Gutenberg editor. I hope this video was helpful and you learned how you can effectively create posts and pages in WordPress. If you find this video helpful, please like the video and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of my new videos. If you have any question or feedback, do let me know in the comments below.